Welcome to Not Your Man's Sports Podcast.
The podcast where two long distance besties spill the tea on fantasy football, game day drama, and everything in between. Hey, I'm Andrea.
And I'm Ashley. Andrea, first of all, I have a question for you. Do you notice anything different about me?
Ashley, you're glowing. Tell us about your face and also teach me how to glow.
So basically, I am a Kardashian now, but they don't realize it yet. So last week I had a chemical peel, which if you watch us live, you will have noticed that my face was extremely red. That is not my normal face color. Um, and then today I went back in because they dermaplaned. But while they dermaplaned, they hooked me up with the salmon sperm moisturizer.
I want to say that this is not something that every single facial place goes to because I don't think it's an option on any of the menus of the many facial places that I have been to. I don't know if North Carolina offers it, to be honest. I'm sure Chicago and Denver, obviously you're in Denver, but I'm like, I know Chicago probably did, but I don't go to those places. So you're like, that's the places.
Yeah, so this
So
is,
you need a little Kardashian music in the background.
I mean, I wish I had like the one-liners like they would do because they are like the queens of them. Um, but
Make
I
a
know,
statement and pause
yeah,
holding a random object. Like, yeah.
that's my chopstick. Um, yeah, so anyways, that is what's going on. I will tell you guys because I had obviously seen it on TikTok and I was like curious and I was like, that's weird. And of course, the lady who does my face, she like made a joke about it. She's like, yeah, don't worry, like we didn't just like grab the salmon out and like, you know, get it all ready to like put on your face. Um, but I will say, like, it is, if you are curious what it feels like it's like a moisturizer, but it's a little bit thicker, like texture wise, and it's kind of sticky. So, like, my hair keeps like sticking to my face, which I just think tracks.
That's the only thing that I think you'd expect when you'd hear salmon. It's just like a little sticky, like what is it? Water moisturizers that just like automatically like have some more sticky substance. But
Yeah, this is almost exactly like a water moisture, but a little bit more sticky. So,
all
um,
right, so next week we're gonna just see you just glowing nonstop on this podcast. You'll be like, and I glow now. Just lights radiating from you.
I hope so. Like, I'm not usually somebody who does this much stuff to my face. But I have a client who owns a salon and a spa, and so she needed somebody for a model, and that's where all of this has come in. So shout out Annie, shout out to her business. Um, but yeah, this was something. This was an experience.
That you're glowing now, and that's what you want. Because anytime you leave a facial place, they're like, "Fuck, you're glowing," and sometimes you're like,
Am I? Yeah. Yeah, so that's where we are. But let's dive in because we have things to talk, and we actually have some really big breaking news from last week that we posted our podcast, and then this breaking news came out. So, um,
let's talk about it right now. And because you know what, I'm on brand. I'm wearing the sweatshirt because that guy on the Chiefs and Taylor Swift are officially engaged. Hey, we've been waiting. I've been waiting for this day as a Swiftie, just because these are the things that she wrote about. And then all of a sudden, boom, beautiful flower garden. This is what our queen wants. And yes, this is my royal wedding. Still iffy on the Chiefs, but this is my royal wedding.
so do you think we can call this officially like wedding season?
This is the wedding season for all who celebrate. And honestly, all of my friends, including my sister that is engaged during this period, I'm like, how magical is it for you to be engaged at the same time as Taylor? And I think they just look at me like,
They're like, what?
is this all you have to talk about? I'm like, yes, this actually is. Because honestly, for the corporate America girlies, how is that supposed to work?
Yeah. Did
The
you
news
get
drop.
anything done?
No, I just scrolled the internet loving every single photo and then wanting to consume more content on the same two photos that were posted.
I'm very proud of them. And like, I think the one big lesson that we all need to take from this story is if he wanted to, he would.
Because honestly, he came in here a man with a dream and a friendship bracelet, like, I got my number for you, girl. He wanted to, he would.
Yeah. I personally, I think he was like aiming a little bit above his grade level, and that is fine. But I'm just saying, if he wanted to, he would.
But
So
he
if
is,
your man's
it's all
not
about
calling you back,
confidence too.
the
Like,
confidence.
I might not know my last round draft pick half the time, but I'm like, if I feel confident in my choices, I will do it. As long as you manifest the confidence or pretend you have confidence, that's what matters. Embody the confidence.
Fake it till you make it,
It's
or
literally
keep
this theme of
trying to
work.
like give somebody a friendship bracelet until they finally take it.
Finally take it, and then guess what? Say yes to marrying you.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, men, she's off the market. And sorry to all men who hate Taylor during game day season. We're about to see a lot more of her because I bet, and this should be a hot take for our later part of this episode, little spoiler fans, that we're just going to see a lot more Taylor this year. And literally, game one, every single analyst for every sport, it's going to be like the Jags versus, I don't know, the Seahawks, and they'll be like, "So did you see that Taylor got married? Is getting engaged? She's gonna get married." That's gonna be a first topic that any of them say.
yeah.
It can be just a random dude who probably doesn't even know who she fully is.
Yeah. I mean, that sucks for a lot of people who don't love it, but at the same time, like, whatever. I don't love seeing Brittany Mahomes at the games, and here she is, and nobody really complains about that. Do you think she'll be invited? Probably.
I don't know if she'll be a bridesmaid. That's the other thing I was obsessing over yesterday.
Who will be bridesmaids? That'll be interesting.
I won't spoil everyone or annoy everyone and being like, "Here's my estimated list," but we know that Pat Mahomes is probably going to be
A,
on
a groomsman
his
of
side.
some type.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that for them. So, congrats to the couple
Happy
that everyone loves to
couple.
hate.
The happy couple, our new favorite people. We'll continue to keep everyone posted as this continues to grow, slash we see more mood boards over the internet.
Yeah. So, love
Speaking of
that.
other football players that I know you personally love, maybe love is a strong word. How do you feel about your Adam Thielen trade?
So, for those of you who maybe missed the news, even though it's like hot news,
Big news. Is it bigger than Taylor? I don't know. Maybe it's on par.
speaking of big news, so Adam Thielen has been traded back to Minnesota, the Vikings from the Panthers. And I'll be honest with you, like, I always thought it was kind of weird he was on the Panthers because I always imagined him like he is just always going to be a Viking for me. So thank you for those couple not even subpar years. Not because of you, it was an us thing, Adam, but welcome back to the Vikings because I feel like that's probably a better home for you anyways. Like no, no
JJ
shade,
McCarthy.
no shade. It's more of a Panthers issue than an Adam Thielen Vikings issue. So proud
Maybe
of him.
watch his
Love it.
hook's gonna go off with JJ. They're gonna have
Yeah.
great season.
I I mean I hope they do. But at the same time, it just was not, it wasn't a good fit. He'd probably got like the least amount of points ever in a Panthers uniform, and that's okay. So we do have a little bit of a follow-up from last week's episode. Did you or did you not see that Abercrombie and the NFL are finally becoming like actual official besties?
I did see that, and I'm pretty sure I sent it to you on Instagram too. I also scrolled through a lot of the team's merch. So, just to remind everyone, last week we kind of went on a little bit of a tangent of how the merch for women is not great. It's nowhere near great. It is very subpar for women. And I think the gods of the universe were like, hey, bet we have a partnership, another one in line. I think basically, everyone started having this momentum last year where women were like really like we are expressing that we need clothes that work for us and that are not these weird crop tops. And the deal with Abercrombie is great. Like they have some jackets, really cool sweatshirts, tees. A lot of it is also unisex. So it's honestly some good quality stuff. I will probably take a look and maybe buy. I love a good sweatshirt. Love a good vintagey type sweatshirt.
They do a really killer job at the vintage line. Um, my stepson actually has, again, no connection at all of, I don't know why he got this shirt, but that's fine. Like I embrace it because also I'm a Panthers fan. But he got a Seattle Seahawks shirt from Abercrombie maybe a year or two ago. And it is one of like the vintage, looks like very worn, like faded, and the quality is still like really good. So even though like the price tag might be like quote like slightly high, like I don't think it's that bad because they are pieces that they are making them more of like a timeless cue the weekend, my favorite artist. They're making it more of a timeless look that you can keep wearing, and then the quality is also there. So you can keep wearing it. So
Which is what you want. Like if you buy clothing these days, you want it to not just last a couple seasons. We're not in like early 2000s H&M where you're like, I'm buying this dress, this top, this will be my outfit for the weekend, and then I will wash it. It will shrink. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get two wears out of it. But then that $15 dress is done.
yeah, then you got to retire it, aka it's got to go. So yeah,
What a
so
time to be alive.
I mean, snaps to all of the women who know what we were talking about just then. But because you see us and we see you, and we probably all had the same dresses. But yeah, super cool for Abercrombie. I actually am like huge fan. Huge fan of
Me
it.
too.
Huge fan of their makeover. Huge fan of the partnership. So we are on like already, making moves, making waves.
Making moves. Yeah, because clearly they listen to us and they're like, actually, Ashley, we have something brewing for you.
They're like, you know what? That windbreaker that was actually a crop top. We got something better for you.
We have something better for you.
So I will probably check out Abercrombie as well and snag me something. Last I looked, the Panthers gear was not like my favorite. But now that they have the partnership, I'm sure there's going to be better variety. So I will probably
I think
snag something.
there's like a few things for every single team, which is actually nice because I know in other partnerships, it's like, here are the couple teams, or we're gonna like isolate these few. So I thought that some of the Panther stuff wasn't bad. So more to come. Maybe you'll see us rocking some new gear in the future
Hopefully,
episode. Hopefully.
don't threaten me with a good time. So last week, what like it just feels like we hit record, we posted, and then like everything's happening. Like we got Taylor Swift, we got Adam Thielen, the biggest news of the week, clearly. We have the Abercrombie partnership, but we also had college football started last week, which
Yay.
some people might love, some people might not. But because it kicked off, who are the teams that you're looking forward to? Tell me what you're excited for.
So I think no matter what, this is like a very personal thing of I train for races on Saturday mornings typically. So whenever I wake up, no matter where I've lived in the country, my husband is already up. He has coffee in the coffee pot. He has college game day on, and everyone's getting really hyped. But I am an NC State fan, and I feel like, we're just lackluster. I don't know if we've won. I don't know. We have never won 10 games. Like, we're just subpar. We're supposed to be even worse than subpar. We
Oh,
play ECU, who is another subpar team, and we're supposed to be like a 21-point favorite. Will we lose by 6 points? Or did we lose by 6 points? We were recording this before NC State plays. So I'm just putting out my hot take that NC State lost. And if they did win, I will just be very surprised.
be shook.
I will be so shook because last year, Nick and I were so excited to be back around like our college, like our college area. We're like, yes, we're gonna go get football tickets. We're gonna go to the games. This is gonna be so much fun. The first game we played against Western, and we were one mistake in the Western, one of the Western upper sections. It was like a mixed breed section. We did terrible. We barely won, and it was Western and Western Carolina, in case anyone wants to Google. We are a
Yikes.
D1 school. They are not. And
Yikes.
that's all I need to say. That covers all of it about being an NC State fan. So basically, if I could summarize my sports fan experience, with the exception of Denver Nuggets, it's been hopefulness and pain and cardiac or like attack because it's like cardiac pack is a nickname. And I think you could say the same for anything with Buffalo Bills as well.
They call the Panthers the cardiac cats, so I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. Maybe it's like a North Carolina thing where they're just going to put cardiac in front of you because they're just, we just eat so much Bojangles. They're going to be like, cardiac. We have people on deck for you.
Yeah, no shade, Bojangles, but like people
I
be
mean,
eating you a lot. So,
people be eating it. Also, it's the official,
yeah.
basically, tailgate food down here. Like, where
Yeah.
else do you go? You have Chick-fil-A, you have Bojangles.
Well, there's like a Bojangles on like every corner, basically.
Yes,
Basic.
because the lines to get Bojangles on a Saturday morning before games is a magical place. And by magical, I mean it's long as fuck.
So get there early if you
Get there
are
very early.
like
Or pre-order if you get the tailgate pack. This is our reminder. Always pre-order the tailgate pack.
pre-order your Bojangles this season for college football.
Don't forget your sweet tea. Okay, so
So,
Ashley, moving on from me, tell me about your football experience for college, which is vastly different than me.
so I am a Tennessee Volunteers fan. I did not go to Tennessee, though I could have, but neither here nor there. We're not diving into that story today. Tennessee Volunteers fan, they do well and then they don't, and then they lose games that they shouldn't. And so also very like frustrating times. But this season I will also be cheering for CU Boulder because my stepson is a freshman at Boulder. And so love Coach Prime, love the Sanders boys. I actually drafted one of them. We'll get into our drafts. Love them, but yeah, so I guess I'll be kind of cheering for CU just, because my stepson's cheering for them, so it's going to be kind of fun. But yeah, I like Tennessee. I also really like watching game day because when they have like people on like Timothy Chalamet. So, uh, hey Timothy. So, um, yeah, so I think it's always just kind of fun. And we used to like tailgate as young 20 somethings. I found another group of people in Denver who love Tennessee as well. And we literally would tailgate. We would like bring the couches onto the yard. Like it was like we thought we were in college. We'd have multiple TVs set up outside, the couches on the yard, slip and slides around the yard, beer pong, beer funnels. Like we'd get catered in or we would cook like grill like if we played Oregon we would like grill duck or things like that so we
Is
always like
Oregon their main rivalry?
I actually don't know who their main rivalry technically is anymore. Is it Oregon?
Okay.
Either
I
way.
have no idea. You could have lied to me and been like, it's Oregon. It's like our rivalry, they don't think of us as our rivals. We have UNC. So I'll be clocking how well our boy Bill Belichick and
Billy B
his
and his young
his um
lady.
his young his young lady. Wait, didn't they get something trademarked? Like gold digger. They have gold digger trademarked.
Stop. You can't trade. Come on. You can't
They
trade that.
did. They got gold digger trademarked along with like UNC Belichick or some other bullshit like that. So yeah, that's a trademark. And I know that there's like some docu series that's coming out, I think on Hulu.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
very curious to see
That'll be fun
how all the UNC friends I have out here, how they feel into
about
this
it.
season.
Well,
Yeah. So stay
that'll be
tuned. More to come there.
more to come. So, college football, when we don't have NFL, if you are a college football fan, you do have college football. We have like football almost every single day of the week, is basically what I'm telling you. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. Thursday through Monday. You have
You have a good chunk of your life and then you can try to get it together, and then you have
Yeah.
to just get back to it. So we've had our fantasy draft for our keeper league. How did you feel with your draft picks? I guess like talk to us a little bit about like how that was set up and then how you feel about it.
Yeah, so I had two picks. So just so everyone's aware, in this keeper league, I had two picks. I traded away um some of my draft capital so I could get Brees Hall. So I forgo some of my other draft picks so I could get a better running back. My team was in great need of a running back. So I had very late picks and I ended up with a wide receiver, a rookie from the Titans, and then the backup running back for the Bengals. So I feel like I got some really good handcuffs, which we'll talk a little bit more later on about handcuffs in future episodes. So for what I could do, I feel pretty good about it. What about you? How do you feel that you did?
So I had all five of my picks.
Mhm.
And I pretty much just focused on rookies and specifically running backs. So I believe I got four, I know for sure three. I think I got four running backs though, all rookies. The reason I did that is because our league specifically had a running back issue last season. And it was like people were like hoarding running backs and wouldn't trade them. And so if you're a running back, and then we had a ton of running back injuries. And so I was in a position multiple times throughout the season where I was just kind of screwed because I had like no running backs. Um, so I picked up four rookie running backs and then I picked up Shador Sander because I do believe that he will be great one day. I also believe that the NFL, for whatever reason, is really going against the Sanders brothers. Um, but I will, so we have a taxi spot where we can kind of keep them on our roster without like taking a roster spot. And I'm going to be keeping him on there until things kind of like pan out in his season or his career of what that whatever that looks like. So he might not play this season. He might, I don't know, maybe a miracle happens and somebody sees like he's actually like worth it. But I do have a lot of like belief in him and I do want him to like do really well. So
Yeah.
I'm hoarding him. I don't care. I'm gonna hoard Shador. I don't
See
know.
how he goes because I mean he's a rookie and I think the thing that we always need to express on here is whenever you do things like rookie drafts, these guys aren't going to be playing right away. Like it's basically you are coming into a company, you're like ground zero. So you have to really like understand the company and like just like starting any job at corporate America, it takes you 3 to 6 months to figure out how am I doing? There's
Yeah.
still a ramp up period, especially if you're a wide receiver, a quarterback. You need this ramp up period. Running backs are more likely, and you have four shots at running backs being most likely to just like come in and do some damage, like Jameer Gibbs did like 2 years ago. Like first game, and he's like, "How about 25 points?" You have four options.
Yeah. So, and I'm happy with it. Like I feel really good about, I don't feel like really good about I feel good about my team. So we'll see. Our commissioner did send out something. I have not filled it out because first of all, I'm in luteal
Friday.
phase and I can hurt my own feelings well enough today. So he did send out a survey that kind of is like anonymous and it's like basically like who's gonna have a good season or who's like not good. Like you basically, it's like a, I don't know,
It's
what did
spicy.
the Mormon mom talk wives like they have that box that's like the secret box or whatever, and you put things in there that's like secrets about other people and it's anonymous. That's basically
Oh,
what,
from season one.
yeah, and they brought it back season two. You,
Oh, okay. I haven't watched this season.
yeah,
Season two. I'm very behind.
that's okay. I'm usually behind. But yeah, so yeah, he brought that back, and I just want to put this out there. I have not filled it out because, again, luteal phase, I'm hurting my own feelings left and right. So,
Well, some of them are really bold. Like, who is the biggest shit talker?
I mean, I can name them.
Yeah, so it's like some of these questions are going to be very obvious of like who goes where. Honestly, I'm gonna be. We'll bring the results for you guys next week of being like, did we appear in anyone's radar?
Did we make?
As if we were here like buried. Did we make the cut? Did we make the team? Did we make the
Yeah, did we? Are we on the hot or not list? I don't know. We'll
list?
see.
No. I feel like it's very burn book-esque.
It
Like
is.
we're gonna see what we're being
Yeah.
rated for. So we'll let you guys know next week what our commissioner says we're being rated on, or if we're under the radar. So
And
I don't know.
our redraft league is currently still drafting because we have a different type of draft set up. So we'll also let you guys know a little bit more about that next week because it's not fully finished. So
So more to come there. So draft day continues on for just a little bit longer.
this is like draft days. Like it's all of the days. So
All of the days.
but it's good. It's because you guys know it's just impossible to like get everyone in multiple time zones on the same call doing the same thing. Like
Multiple
somebody's gonna
time
autograph
zones.
draft, somebody's gonna be pissed off. Like it's just not worth it. So
And that's why this one's going to be a slow draft, which is another type of draft. It's not a draft format. It's a way to draft players where instead of having everyone all at the same time in one place or on Zoom, this could be like you have 4 to 8 hours to have your pick, and then it freezes at like 10 p.m. local time, and then it will start at like 8 a.m. That's
yeah,
probably where we're gonna go because we have people on the West Coast, we have people on the East Coast, we have a person who does surgery, so she's gonna need longer than 2 hours. I'm assuming,
yeah.
just in case.
Them too. Yeah, just in case. You never know. So,
We don't know.
um,
We're not surgeons. We're doing a podcast. We're not surgeons.
yeah, I don't, nobody should trust me in the surgery room. That's all I know.
All right, so let's jump in to the big juicy part of this episode, which is our hot takes for the season.
Yay.
So, with 2025 approaching, we wanted to each do three predictions of what we think could happen this season.
I'm
So,
excited.
I,
And we are at the very end of the season, after the Super Bowl. We will look back on this and we will either be cringing or we'll be like, yeah, I knew it. I knew it. But I'm excited. So, do you want to kick us off or do you want me to kick us off?
well, mine's kind of spicy to start, so I'm happy to go.
Well, let's bring it. Like, bring the spice.
Okay. So my hot prediction, there will be another rule change in favor of the Bills for the third year in a row because the Chiefs or refs will have blatantly cheated, and the NFL will have to be like, we have to do something to figure out this other rule that we didn't know that people would have to break. So we're going to have to make an adjustment. But I do believe the Bills will go to the Super Bowl, and it will be against the Eagles this year.
That was, oh, okay. I was like, wait,
It's
wait.
a very long and spicy one. So there will be a rule change, but the Bills will still make it to the top. I'm not saying they'll win or lose. I can't put that much faith in, but I'll say they'll make it despite cheating after,
That is, I mean, if they can overcome the adversity,
which is what we can't do so far.
yes, which so far has not been working,
No.
um, then yes. With the rule change, do you think it will be an offense or a defense or a special teams rule change?
Let's see. We've already had a defense, an offensive one. We've had one against the refs. They always surprise me. We
Okay.
had like a special team. I don't even know if we'd call it special teams, but just like a overtime rule change. So they're really just all over the place.
So we will see. I guess we'll start seeing the vibes as soon as like kickoff on Thursday. Vibes of the league.
Five to the league so far.
Yeah.
And with that, Ashley, what do you think?
So my Super Bowl prediction, and I'm not going to do a score prediction because I'm terrible at score predictions, but my Super Bowl prediction is Ravens versus Eagles. We got a bird. We got a bird Super Bowl. Um, and the game of the entire playoffs will be the Eagles versus the Lions. And obviously the Eagles win so that they can go to the Super Bowl. But that will be like the actual, because like that's going to be like the game.
That's gonna be the game. Okay, so question on that. With the Lions losing their offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, or they're losing Ben Johnson,
Yeah.
how do you feel like that will impact their offense?
I mean, I think we mentioned it last week. Every season is different. And
Mhm.
so I think no matter what, you're going to lose players, you're going to gain players, you're going to lose coaches, you're going to gain coaches. There, even if you have the same team, your strategy is always changing. So I just thought the Lions were like so exciting last year to watch. They were like one of the teams that I literally looked forward to, oh yeah, this is going to be a
Really
good
good.
game. And a lot of them were not good games because the Lions were just so dominant last year. And I felt like watching them in the playoffs, I was like, I want more. And I think they'll be back here. And so I don't think they'll have the same offense. It probably won't be as good, but I do think that they still have so much potential to be like decently good, maybe to the level but no, nobody's going to beat the Eagles, in my
They
opinion.
have a lot of weapons. The Lions do have a lot of weapons, and they have Eminem as their biggest hype person ever. Like
Yeah, which we love. So, and then out of the Ravens, Eagles will win the Super Bowl.
they looked very dominant.
You know me, you know my love for Jalen Hurts, and I really do think that there is something to be said about a very humble quarterback who is as good as he is. Um, and I just think that is so dominant. Nothing against the Ravens, but I do think they're going to be going through a lot of like I like the Ravens character
They're
because
gritty. They're
they're
very gritty. I mean, they have to be.
Mhm. And I just like their character. They don't really keep like problematic people around. They like they like go for um yeah, and
They're
I
like, and if you know,
and no more. I've made reference to it now way too many times in this, not even this one. Like I think I referenced it last week. So that's where I am. One of my girlfriends said that she believes it's going to be, oh gosh, what did she say? I think she said Lions Bills based on the Super Bowl logo. Because the color.
that's what I've been seeing
Mhm.
everywhere. You know, if and when the day the Bills go to the Super Bowl, and I remember it because I was a wee bebe for the first four, no recollection in a playpen on the couch, just you know,
Yeah, doing
babied.
things.
Um, I'd like to remember it. Also, I don't know if anyone could deal with the emotions around me because whenever the Bills were ahead and the Chiefs came back and beat us within, God, a few seconds, my emotions were so high and then dropped so drastically. Nick was like, what do I do to console you? He was making steak. I do know for some reason we had steak, but he was like a loss of
Mhm.
what do I do to support you? So
We will see about the colors and all of that, but
yeah,
these are our Super Bowl picks. So, what is your next hot take for this season?
Broncos are good and they beat the Chiefs.
Oh, you hear that, Denver friends?
Dom, do you hear that?
Yeah. My husband, a huge Broncos fan, he hears that. So
He's gonna have like an ear be like, actually, like I thought I heard something about
he
the
like
Broncos.
peeks in.
He like opens the door. What?
Yeah.
Hello?
Didn't think you were supposed
Um,
to this podcast, did you? And now you're a guest. Like,
Surprise, we have our first guest. Yeah, because they were the Broncos with just a what missed kick.
yeah.
I don't know. They looked really good last year. I think they're just going to keep getting better. So I'm going to predict that they beat the Chiefs to take that division.
Oof. I mean, I could see
That's a
it.
bold one. I got some bold ones.
I could see it though. Like I really could see that one.
Yeah.
And also having watched a lot of the preseason, unwantedly watched it. I was forced to watch it.
Part
Yeah,
of your vows.
yeah, they looked really good. So, that is very, very strong coming from me because I do not compliment the Broncos very much ever. So, just
Okay.
saying.
Take that. So Ashley, what's your second one?
My second one, probably the most controversial of them all. I believe that Dua Lipa or Miley Cyrus will be performing at the halftime show at the Super Bowl. They have not announced it just yet. Of the two, I personally would like to see Dua Lipa more. Don't come for me
Ooh,
because I think she's just like I look back at Barbie Summer and like she just was like part of that whole soundtrack of Barbie and I love it. Miley on the other hand, I think she is massively talented. I think she would like have an amazing halftime show. So I also would not be upset. But my one question would be how does she bring Hannah Montana into her Miley Cyrus act?
all of a sudden she dips below the stage and then she pops up with her wig because it is 20 years of Hannah Montana. So she said she was bringing back Hannah Montana in a big way. So actually, I like that.
Super Bowl.
And
Yeah.
she doesn't perform live anymore. So that would be like a 1 day and 1 day only. But I will ask this. So there's a lot of rumors going around because Taylor made some references to Levi's Stadium and the Super Bowl is going to be at Levi's. Do you think that there's a greater chance that Taylor may or may not perform? Or do you think that, like, hey, based on, I have a feeling that it could be like the Miley, the duo. What do you think?
I believe so. First of all, Taylor Swift fans, you guys are all looking for these Easter eggs, and I do not know how you guys have any sanity left
I
because,
don't,
like, or like the trust issues y'all must experience. Like, I don't know. Like, I
I'm
don't
a
know if
Bills fan,
this is
a
expected.
State fan, and a Swift fan. Like, we're over here just, I'm just a clown constantly. I'm just like a constant clown. There's a red nose on me all the time. But there's some way smarter Swifties out there that make these incredible teeny little vines. And I'm like,
Yeah.
never would have noticed.
I mean, maybe, and I guess like this is not part of my hot takes, but I believe that this is probably Travis Kelce's last year. And so I do wonder if she would perform with the potential of him being there or not. Like I still get this like a weird conflicting vibe of
Yeah.
like, would that actually happen? Because I think if he was playing, which hopefully he's not, but if he was
She'd
playing,
want to be there to support him.
she would want to be there to support him. If he wasn't playing, he would probably want to be there to support her, but then he's not there playing. Like so and
Yeah.
weird because like I do think it is his last season. I have no like anything to back that up. I think
No,
maybe I read it somewhere once where I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like it's probably his last season.
I
But
think they've been saying that for the last 3 seasons, and we're like, yeah, that all makes sense. And then every year he's like, hey, we're back,
another
we're
one.
back.
So I am gonna stick with Dua Lipa and Miley
Okay,
Cyrus and or Miley
nice.
Cyrus, and then come back to me
That's a good
closer
plan.
to like when that is announced, and I will come back with like who I think their guests should be. There is my second take. So, what is your third and final hot take of this upcoming season?
It's very random. Daniel Jones is back.
No.
He's in a new team. He gets to shed all of that New York heavy weight that was sitting on him, and now that he's a Colt, and he has that guy on Twitter that does like the Colt songs. I I don't know. I feel like he's gonna be in an atmosphere that's like warm and inviting to him, and he
Oh,
comes back. So random, I know.
that was
It's so
a
random.
hot take.
It's a very hot take.
That was piping hot. That was a take.
And I'm not a Colts fan either. I was just going through the teams. I'm like, what would be a hot take? And I'm like, actually, I do think he's in a better situation. He's gonna have a good year.
Maybe that's all he needs is a change of
Yeah,
scenery. We've all been that girl. Daniel
he's been
Jones
that
is that
girl.
girl this season.
He's that girl. He needs a change of scenery to like. He wanted to move across the country to rebrand himself. He moved across the country. He's rebranding himself.
We've all been
That's
there.
better.
We've all cut bangs when we shouldn't have.
Or this is the bad one. The terrible stripe.
Oh yeah, the stripes. Oh,
Yeah. For people who don't remember the phase around like 2009, 2010, there was the zebra stripe phase. So if you had dark hair, all of a sudden I had blonde highlights. Guys, I can't explain it.
it was a moment,
It was
but
a
you have to
moment.
be there to understand the moment, to be honest.
Had to be there. Stripes and bondage skirts and H&M had to be there.
Yeah.
Your
All
last one, Ashley.
My last one, and this one, like, I almost kind of went with like what statistically happens because when Ohio State wins and the Panthers have a losing season, the Panthers go on to be in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to go that extreme, to be honest with you, because I do not believe the Panthers will be in the Super Bowl. But as you can tell with my Ravens Eagles, um, but I do believe that the Panthers are going to go 8-9 this year. And so I wanted to put it at 9-8. I don't think we're going to have a winning season, but I think we're going to be like this
On the
close to a
line.
winning season. And that is a hot take because like we have been having losing seasons
Or
for years.
Panthers.
Yeah. So 8-9 this year for my Panthers.
I mean, they also had some really terrible trades, which I think just kept them so down.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see them go 8-9. That would be great.
Make a fan base again.
Yeah, because you guys don't understand. Whenever I was in college here, this fan base in North Carolina. It's absolutely crazy, which I mean, I'm sure it's fan bases across, but like everyone was so loud and proud since I've moved back. No, it's very muted.
Oh,
Um,
crickets.
Nick and I went to a game last year because we were keeping, or like 2 years ago, we were trying to keep our Christmas presents under like $50. We had just planned a wedding, so we were like, we are doing like cute little 50 like max wedding gifts. He bought two Panthers tickets and we played a game of what jerseys are missing because everyone was wearing different jerseys to the Panthers game.
Interesting.
Raiders and Cardinals, only jerseys that we did not see.
Also tracks because it's a little bit far west.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah,
interesting.
interesting. They're gonna turn it around starting this year. Bryce
We
Young.
also need a guy there. I feel like the Panthers, they had who?
We
Luke and Cam.
we had Luke, we had Cam, we had Greg Olson, we had what's his name? Ice Up Son, um, Steve Smith. Like, why did I blank on that? Like, he's literally my favorite person ever. So, we had a lot of really like difficult personalities, and now we are just not really 100% there, and that's okay. Like, this is going to be the start of something, and even though we did not win one preseason game, and we also were the only team that didn't score 24 or more points in a preseason game, that doesn't mean anything. It's just preseason, and
Preseason doesn't mean it's a clean slate. All of a sudden, they're going to come back strong and be like, guys, we're ready. We're the Carolina Panthers.
we're the
Brown.
cardiac cats. That's what they do, guys. I don't know. I'm just telling you.
This is just from what we've seen.
That is all I'm saying. So, those are our hot takes. Let us know. We would love to see your guys' hot takes too. So, what do you think? How do you think your team is going to do? Give us, I don't know, the record that you think your team is going to finish with. And then let us know too who you think will be in the Super Bowl. Bonus points if you also pick who's going to be in the halftime show.
That's what we want to know. Who a little bit of everything. So share with us your hot takes, your points. It's going to be a great season. We have, we're getting so close to the season. So
Oh my
we're
gosh,
almost
we are kicking off in like 2 days. So that is all we have for you. And the next time we talk to you, it's actually going to be like week one is going to be done. So we will be coming at you with our favorite tea from the week, our hot picks that we want, etc. And otherwise, subscribe and follow, share us with your league or your other girlfriends who are interested in fantasy football.
see you in the end zone. Bye, guys.
Bye.